Hey guys, welcome in to Angel Lily Oracle. This is the Earth signs, moon messages. Pick a card. Well, it's not really pick a card because they are exactly what they are. Taurus will be group 1, Virgo is group 2, and Capricorn is group 3. And as per usual, keep in mind it could pertain to your past, your present, or your potential near future, and also not only talking about you, but situations and scenarios or people, places, and things around you pertaining to past, present, and future. Okay? Maybe time to do something different for some of us, yeah. But I will be, let's see. Is there anything else that I need to say? Pay attention to what's going on cosmically, what planets are aligning and redirecting and going retrograde, and also the moon phases. Okay, I'll be right back with group 1, Taurus. Alright, so we're doing clear, concise messages from your spirit team for Taurus. It is a general read, so take what resonates and leave the rest for the rest. Also, to get a better picture of your horoscope, your daily, weekly, monthly, whatever, it's a good idea to check out not only your sun sign, because your sun sign is what you're actually born under. This is what you're going by, right? But your moon and your rising signs, and maybe even your Venus sign as well. And you can find those in your birth chart if you have your specific time and place of birth, and you can find that online really easily. So Taurus, the bombshell, you know, as soon as I see this, I'm feeling like you may be butting heads with some people around you. Earthy, practical, steadfast, productive, fertile, tactile, ample, worthy, ripe, pleasure-seeking, sensuous, blooming, solid, possessive, tenacious, loyal, patient, and deliberate. Loyal and patient are really popping out for me, for you, Taurus. Loyal and patient, but you still might be like, you're, taking the bull by the horns. Taking the bull by the horns. Let's see, I got 3 different cards. Went a little differently from the fire sign pick, so let me see what I've got going on here. What cards are we going to start with first? Guess they all always end up tying into each other, right? But look at you, Taurus, warrior woman. That's such a beautiful card. Prayer. Mother Mary's coming to mind, and the mountain. Ooh. All right. Man, these are pretty cards. Of course, my camera doesn't do it justice. Actually, it's pretty bright up there, I see. And actually, I feel like you've been praying for the strength to ascend to that mountain. Praying for strength for something. You might not even realize that your higher self is leading you to greener pastures. Your higher self has been leading you and to cleanse your energy, and it's been leading you to get grounded as well. So you may have been like, oh yeah, I really just want to spend the day outside. I want to go camping. I want to go hiking. Like just stuff that you're drawn to. You get a real sense of urgency to go do it, especially it's your soul calling you to do it. You may receive flowers from somebody. Okay. So there's a situation that you may be very defensive about due to previous heartbreak, okay? Seeing things on a practical note, more of a practical note though. Seeing things differently. Viewing relationships differently and how the dynamics around a relationship are what you believe them to be instead of what you were raised to believe, right? You're a warrior and you're very intellectual, they say. You've got a lot of leadership skills in you. A lot of crown chakra energy and sacral chakra. We got a lot of orange and purple going here. What about the mountain? Surrendering. This climb, look how he's got the hiking boots on. And this is the mountain. So getting out and getting into nature, maybe surrendering to finally putting into routine, you know, exercise, healthier habits or cleaner way of eating, cleaner dietary supplements, but it's like you've been resisting for a long time, Taurus, and now you're finally like in this mode to surrender and just let things flow as they're supposed to flow. Whoa. All right, look, you've been doing a lot of shadow work, my love. You might be feeling like you're on the verge of mother freaking insanity. They want me to get these cards next, so let's turn these over. King. It's coming out under heartbreak. We've got wounded child, inner child healing, and child orphan. Another inner child healing card, in my opinion. Okay. So since we've got the shadow work card, we're going to read the shadow attributes off of the cards first, okay? Excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. Blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds. Resists moving on through forgiveness. Feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation. Seeking inappropriate surrogate families. And then the light attributes are enlightened, benevolent leadership benefiting those in your charge. Awakened compassion and desire to serve other wounded children. Opens the learning path of forgiveness. Independence based on learning to go it alone. Conquering fear of surviving. So this is telling me, you know, obviously some inner child healing, some childhood trauma, and it might be something that you're realizing you didn't know was actually categorized as childhood trauma, if that makes sense. You're becoming more aware of past situations growing up. Your family is safe though. They're protected, okay? And you need to keep in mind that energy exchange is real. Being an empath is real. We can pick up on other people's thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So needing to clear that energy, because not all of it is yours, my love. Not all of it is yours. Paying attention to the moon phases too, and how they work with your moon sign, Taurus, okay? Could be some inner child healing from your father. Something to do or with a father figure here. You may have felt like you were orphaned by them, or maybe you were, Taurus. Maybe you were. Maybe you grew up in the foster care system. It's a time to give rather than take. Meditate and contemplate. Step out of your comfort zone. Stepping out of your comfort zone and going it alone. There's something that you may have rushed into previously. Excuse me. Something you may have rushed into previously that you're like seeing now, like, oh, I shouldn't have jumped into that, my love. What was I thinking? Because one of these cards talks about survival and going it alone, right? You may have always been conditioned to think that we have to have somebody, we have to have a partner, or people in our house, we can't be alone. Strong emotion, passionate love, or hate. So I feel like your emotions have been really, really high, Taurus. This full moon has really nipped you in the butt, hasn't it? And then we've got Al, good advice from a wise person. And coins, money will be coming to you. So this is coming out under mountains, so there was maybe a pension income that you've been struggling with. Maybe you've had a problem making ends meet, living paycheck to paycheck. But also it's in being mindful of how you spend. You know, if you're frivolous with your money and then you're struggling to put gas in your car later, that's kind of on you, right? What else do we have for them? You could be dealing with a fire sign, with the fire here. A time to give rather than take. I'm getting, they want me to get a clarity card on that one. So, do not worry about immediate gain. Do not worry about immediate gain. A time to give rather than take. So, when we do things out of the kindness of our heart for others, we volunteer, we lend a helping hand. They're saying, you know, don't worry about what's going to be reciprocated. Don't worry about what's going to be given back to you. This is all part of learning to do things from an unconditional, loving, surrendering part of you, Taurus. Could be something about, no? Okay. Standing your ground, standing up for what you know is right, and claiming your art. So your energy, maybe trying to get a little creative, doing some finger painting, or I said finger painting, painting, sketching, drawing, coloring in a coloring book, download a coloring app on your phone. There are some hidden forces at work though, and you should rid your mind of all desire for or against anything, okay? Meditation would help you, or quiet contemplation by yourself, dropping down into that heart center, getting out of that monkey mind. This could be stepping out of your comfort zone. Maybe you're not one to like to meditate or do the chakras or anything. Fire, owl, and coins. Maybe you're finding coins somewhere out of place. Like, oh, I know I didn't have change right there. Why is there change right there? Or maybe you're finding, like, you know, pennies or dimes or something on the ground when you're walking. Awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children. Opens the learning path of forgiveness. There's somebody who's needing to be forgiven here, whether it's you or them. But standing your ground for what you are having these epiphanies or aha moments on. Look closely at your relationships and obligations. What do you feel like you're obligated to do in a relationship? The person you're dealing with too, and they're wanting me to get a romance card, but the person you're dealing with too could just be very defensive because of previous heartbreak. They might have a lot of walls up because they had their heart broken a couple of times before, and they're in the process of trying to heal that though. Their higher selves are trying to heal that, okay? Enjoying the bliss of holiday time together. So if you're invited to go on a trip or stay overnight somewhere a couple of days, you know, it would be great. It would be beneficial to you. But of course you're human, and if you don't want to go, you don't have to go. But Taurus, your spirit team is saying stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So for those of you who are single, they're on their way. They're doing their own inner healing. They're doing their own shadow work and surrendering. That's what you were doing all this time, but you know, they'll show up at the right time, at the right moment when they're supposed to, when both of y'all are ready. For others who are maybe in a complicated union or in union, just stay optimistic, period, okay? And it's okay to pay attention to red flags, but are those red flags waving out of fear from previous instances, or are those real red flags? And, you know, the key here is for communication and to ask a lot of questions as well, okay? And look, we've got forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So it's coming out under wounded child here. Daddy issues comes to mind. I know that's a daddy issues or mommy issues. And I'm not being that, you know, saying that in a judgmental way. It's just, it could be something. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Yeah. So if you feel guided to do something really nice for that person, do it. But we've got 2 kids here, so that's another inner child healing. There could be reconciliation on the books for you guys as well, Taurus. Well, they didn't really give us a lot. I think you guys are okay. Stay open, pray, you know, call out to your spirit team and help with this, okay? You might feel like you're losing an uphill battle. If this is you doing their shadow work, the best thing to do is to surrender. That's what makes you a warrior, is surrendering it over to your God or your angel team or whatever, okay? Taurus, I hope it helps. Love and light. Well, hello, Virgo. All right, let's see what we've got for you here. You could be looking into medicinal healing, plant medicine, earth medicine. We've got a mushroom back here, and we've got, also like these little, this is what this is reminding me of, these little spell jars. But also essential oils, working with the elements. Says the alchemist for Virgo, methodical, aligned, ritualistic, efficient, insightful, healthy, dutiful, discerning, witchy, subtle, pure, refined, accurate, solitary, curatorial, critical, nervous, perfectionist. And then also, I was drawn to get an overall energy. You will be playing a different role. So you could be playing a different role as opposed to what you're used to in the household. This could be doing something with career. You know, it's going to be different for everybody. They want me to pull out your moon message cards first. So I'll put that right there. The end of a tough cycle is approaching. Showing the world the real you. And working through your fears. Ooh. And now they're like, here, get these little cards over here. All right, okay, on the end of a tough cycle, we've got let go of the unattainable. It will come to you if it is supposed to. So there's something that you've been hoping for, praying for, worrying about. What if is this going to come? Is it really coming full circle? As soon as you let go and stop worrying about when, how, where, or why, or whatever it is, it's going to happen for you. Show the world the real you. Don't stop before reaching your destination. Be still. Taking action at this time is not recommended. Okay. Hold on. They want me to get specific here. Full moon in Aquarius. There's indecision about something. Okay, so there was an indecision about whether you needed to take action towards something or on something, and I think they're saying to wait because you're still doing you. You're still working through your fears, and you're still working on you, Virgo. Okay, so working through your fears. Follow your heart. Be receptive when the path opens. Be receptive. Because there could be a situation calling for you to really step out of that comfort zone. Because comfort, well, anyways, something, stepping out of the comfort zone could make you a little fearful or uneasy about stepping onto a certain path that's going to open up. But look, we've got to accept your gifts. You're not going crazy. You're not on the verge of insanity. We've got ceremony and thunderstorm. Working through your fears. You could have a fear of torrential rain or tornadoes, thunderstorms, lightning. Because I put that out under work through your fears. Show the world the real you. Accept your gifts and ceremonies. And also the card says witchy over here, right? So there may be a sense of needing to, you know, be open to your gifts and be open to not being so skeptical about sharing your gifts. Not being so skeptical or worrying about the judging of others on what they would say about your gifts, right? Admitting your vulnerabilities. So that's like admitting what you're fearful of. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, you should go like look in the mirror and say, well, or ask your angel team, what am I scared of? Why can't I do this? And we've got heart chakra. So being vulnerable is not a weakness, okay? There's like this sense, Virgo, with being real and raw and open. Could be seeing arrows a lot. So we got 4 of these little archetype cards for you. No? Okay. Hold on. They want me to pull tea leaf cards. So what do we got for Virgo? 1, 2, 3. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Obstacles to overcome. Accepting your gift. The end of a tough cycle approaches. We've got a wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. On ceremony. Maybe you're afraid to invite somebody to a ceremony or an event because they have always had a notion to take center stage or maybe even ruin the event. You know, this could be somebody who had a previous addiction. Oh, Weeping Willow, family sorrow. So working through your fears, I feel like, oh, that's what your fear is. You're afraid for your family. You're afraid something's going to happen to your family. Oh, Virgo. Take the leap and work through your fears. Maybe there's something you need to release. But there's going to be really good rejuvenation after this cycle. And I think there's an app called Numerology that you put in your date of birth and all that good stuff, and it'll give you your cycle days. Like today is day number 8 for me, and I have a 9-day cycle. 9 days in my cycle before it starts over. Looking into the birth chart aspect or the life path number also is coming to mind. Could be a ceremony that you're wanting to perform. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Something, your throat chakra may be a little closed. Excuse me. You may be having a hard time speaking what's on your mind, or speaking about your vulnerabilities or your emotions or thoughts. Let's see what these archetype cards are, though. Ooh, Exorcist. Freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. So that's coming out under a tough cycle approaches, and accept your gifts. You might have been an exorcist in a past life too, like Native American, whatever the Native American aspect of an exorcist, shaman or medicine man or medicine woman, I'm not sure. The shadow attribute on here though is fear of facing your own demons. Work through your fear of facing your own demons. So there's something that you are even maybe hiding about yourself that you don't want to admit. Maybe there's something like you might seem vulnerable, or you're letting other people be right about how they perceived you. Maybe you got into an argument with somebody and they were like, you know what, you're selfish, whatever. And you're just like, on reflection, you're like, oh my gosh. In past instances, maybe your team is showing you how these people get that perception of you, because you're finally seeing or knowing what it means to see from a different point of view, like outside the box looking in at yourself, as opposed to what you think is going on. Like, here's an example they're giving me is like, we sound differently when we speak, and other people hear us way differently. So when we go back on a video or a voice memo or recording, it's like, oh my gosh, I sound like that? That's not what I sound like to myself. And everyone's always like, yeah, that's what you sound like. That's you, right? Okay, moving on here. Detective. Voyeurism, falsifying information. So there could be something like an award ceremony or something that you feel like maybe information was falsified on. You don't think it was you don't think justice had taken place. Maybe you're indecisive about voicing what you know on the matter or how you're seeing it. Advocate. Embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. An advocate. So a lot of inner turmoil or yourself. This could be going on with something in the family too. Embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. Like committing to causes for personal gain, and maybe you weren't really coming from a place of compassion. Mother. Smothering or abandoning children. Instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. But then the light attributes are nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. All right, I'm going to put that right there. And this could be something to do with, like, we've got family, we've got mother, work through your fears, the heart chakra, admit your vulnerabilities, showing the world the real you, finally speaking your truth. And you may have just kept from doing this all this time because you really thought it was going to like it was no use, like they won't hear me out, they'll just be in denial, they'll, you know, they won't admit to anything, or whatever the situation is. But the time has come that you really need to speak that truth to that person, family member, friend, significant other. Finally, clearing the throat chakra would help you immensely. Time to do something different. Step away so that you open up to the prospect of another journey and success will come. I feel like that's talking about the point of view again. Seeing things in a whole different light, Virgo. Is there anything else here for Virgo? Yeah, there's an opportunity that's going to come. There's going to be a door that opens. It gives you, you know, and you and them, or whoever is also going through a heart healing at this time, I feel. We've got a lot of green going on here. Yeah, look, box, thinking outside the box, seeing things differently. Like almost seeing it for the first time, okay? And being a little more open to spiritual love. Somebody might be messing with lilies though, or receiving flowers as well. Is there anything else here? Whenever this happens though, there's going to be accelerated motion. It's going to happen really quick, okay? Like a lightning strike. Accepting your gifts. And also there was on the box, it said be open to receiving a gift, and this says accept your gifts. Maybe you have the ability to exorcise demons out of people. I don't know, Virgo. Maybe that's stemming from a past life, and maybe that's what you're fearful for in this lifetime, is dealing with those lower vibrational and negative entities. Because ceremonies are exorcisms, right? It's some sort of ritualistic thing. And you're the alchemist, Virgo, so implementing your plant medicines and your witchy ways into the situation. Final outcome on the situation for Virgo, please. Very interesting for you, Virgo. The need to move on, seeking more from life than what you are experiencing, a spiritual quest, choosing to make a big life changes, a change in priorities, potentially leaving home. So also maybe you guys are wanting to move away, move to a different state or time zone or something, I don't know. But taking your dog with you, taking your animals, I see. The need to move on though. So something needs to be spoken in a certain situation somewhere for something about something in order to move on. And a spiritual quest, and I cut the deck a while ago and it had spiritual love. The lily card said spiritual love. A change in priorities, leaving home. A change in priorities, having a change of heart too. And maybe you were working with a mother figure who gave you a lot of guilt for becoming independent, or is trying to give you a bunch of guilt for not being there to wait on them hand and foot. Whatever you decide to do though, it's going to be the right decision for you at that time. You really, if it's one path is saying, oh, I don't know about stepping onto that, it's kind of like, oh, that's taking a risky leap. Your team is very much encouraging you to take that leap, okay, Virgo? I hope it helps. I hope it resonated. Until next time, my dears, love and light. I had to come back on here real quick for Virgo group 2 because they were showing me this card again. You will be playing a different role. So in doing this, you might be dubbed like the hero in your family, but speaking on this or whatever it is may dub you. Maybe it's your fear that you're going to be dubbed as the villain or the victim even, but you will be playing a different role, and it's going to be for the betterment of the situation and the people around you too. Okay, so there really isn't anything to fear but fear itself, right? All right, Virgo, toodles. Okay, so as I'm pulling these tea leaf cards, information is coming to me already for you, Capricorn. But we've got Capricorn, the boss. All right, serious, authoritative, ambitious, realistic, structured, traditional, wise, enduring, accomplished, badass, majestic, competent, prepared, down to earth, corporate, reserved, rigid, and disciplined. There's diamonds on here. Also, I'm feeling like something about the third eye. Cleansing. Okay, so getting an overall energy for this. And this card came out, Dark Woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. So then, of course, I had to get a follow-up card. Chain of events that will affect your life. But I feel like for some of you, you guys are breaking those generational chains. Those ancestral karmic patterns. They actually want me to get another card here. Haha, this came out for Virgo. Spiritual love, opening up to spiritual love and spiritual source. And we're like, no, it's the second. This deck is so thick that okay, thank you. Something to do with this March. This is what's going on for you in March, Capricorn. And you may feel like there are forces working against you. Hold on, they want me to get more on this. So, anything in this? No, it's the next. You already know this, though. You are on the road to success. Whether there are those forces trying to work against you or not, your light shines brighter than their darkness. Danger, and especially in money matters. That could be the force working against you, the egoic mindset about how money is supposed to work or how you view money. Also, that could be, you know, the conditioning that you're breaking, maybe from parents or a mother figure. A journey, either physical or mental. A journey. We've got the carriage, and then we've got you are on the road to success. Whether these fuckers are still trying to mess with you or not, okay? That could be dark hair and dark complexion or dark eyes too, with the forces working against you. But you are like a mama bear in the situation. Oh, goodness. It's not about winning, and keep accomplishments to yourself. Let's see if I can fit these cards out here now. Don't let your past hold you back, okay? So that could be a situation that happened. Maybe it was a spiritual endeavor. Maybe it was, you know, I don't know. It could have been with a ghost. It could have been with a person. I don't know why ghost is coming to mind. You are very close to achieving your goal, Capricorn. There's a lot of green here. We've got South Node too, so looking up your birth chart again, specifically at your North Node as well. Prosperity lies ahead, a new moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. Look at all that green. Very beautiful cards here. You are on the road to success. Prosperity lies ahead. A chain of events that will affect your life. So just know, you know, you might be leading up to a bit of a tower moment, but please try to keep in mind that it is happening for the highest and best of your good, okay? We've got abundance, momentum. Energy is gaining momentum. You are very close to achieving that goal. Okay, please go right here. Walk away. Walk away from that situation. Walk away from the relationship or the person. Maybe you walked away from them in the past, but they want me to get a little clarity card here for this. Trust is at issue. Use your gut and don't engage in the emotions. And we've got 8 of raindrops. That's the 8 of cups. So the cups always signify the emotions, right? Don't engage in the emotions, okay? Don't let, and you could be picking up on their animosity and anger. So don't let that get in your way, Capricorn. It's not yours, okay? The month of March is, I feel like for March, you Capricorns are really learning to work with Mother Earth to get grounded a little more, to clear that base chakra, because that's where a sense of a lot of our fear comes from, is that root chakra, man. Ascending the mountain is coming to mind though. Let's see what cards we've got here. Oh, spiritual journey. And I'm going to go ahead and put these over this because I'm running out of room. Medicine woman. Oh, wow. So if you have Virgo placements in your birth chart also, Capricorn, you might want to go back and watch Virgos as well, because medicine man or woman did come up, okay? And then we've got river woman. So giving back is what I'm feeling here. Super, super getting grounded here. Spiritual journey. They want another card. They want another clarity card for you. Change your priorities and nourish the body with calmness. Change your priorities. So this could be, hold on, let me pick these back up. Okay, this is like pertaining to your career choices, your income endeavors, momentum. The energy is gaining momentum. River woman. Okay, I feel like they're trying to say with the river woman, just being in the flow with the situation and not engaging in those emotions and letting things happen how they're supposed to happen, and you following your intuition and those gut instincts on what to do to break the chain. And maybe it's seeking out a medicine man or woman, or a shaman even. But I feel like you're very competent. It says down to earth. You're very prepared for whatever this is that's going to oh, and also we've got dark woman here, and this is medicine woman. So definitely dealing with a feminine energy here, whether you're healing from a like a mother-daughter thing from a past life or even this life, or if it's a sister or a female co-worker, or even, you know, a previous spouse, an ex-partner. But there's some sort of change in your priorities for the spiritual aspect of things. Yeah, refining your attention. We've got change your priorities and refine your attention on the matter, okay? Like reading between the lines in a situation, taking a step back and approaching it from a different point of view. Don't come from a place of being the victim, and don't try to not to come from a place of feeling like you're the villain or self-victimization either. And we can ask our spirit team or Mother Earth or whomever, you know, thank you for giving me insight and clarity. Thank you for helping me see the situation from a different point of view. You've got universe. Ooh la la. And that's funny, there's a spiritual journey. Your spiritual journey to work with the universe to bring in your abundance and prosperity. A journey, either physical or mental. Spiritual journey. Universe. Wow. Change your priorities, Capricorn. Change your priorities. The way you view or think about money as well, because it says especially in money matters. You've been ascending this mountain though. Keeping accomplishments to yourself, and it's not about winning. Keeping accomplishments to yourself, it's not about winning. Let's see what these archetype cards are. The trickster. Ooh. Transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. Shadow attributes. Manipulating others through duplicity. I don't know what that means, but manipulation, I don't like that word. But this could be that scenario. dealing with a narcissistic manipulator person, feminine energy, needing to walk away from, and there could be a sense of forgiveness that's needed here in this situation too, so you can finally just let it go. This person was a soulmate, okay? Everyone's a soulmate, and it does have something to do with marriage or a union. Healing, unity, emerging. I cut the deck here. It says solitude, but we've got another dark-haired woman here. All right. Let's see what this other card is. Artist. Expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond five senses. Inspiring others to see life symbolically. See life symbolically. Okay, the shadow attributes. Using talent as an excuse to mistreat others. Posing as a starving artist to elicit pity. Okay, so I did mention earlier about the self-victimization thing as well. Be conservative. There's unfinished business in this matter. Expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses. Oh, it's like a sixth sense thing here too. Something about spiritual abilities and gifts as well. Inspiring others to see life symbolically. So don't be so reserved with your ideas in the spiritual aspect of things. Don't be afraid to voice those ideas out there. Samaritan. Oh, good Samaritan. Refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. Shadow attribute, exacting appreciation of recognition for the help you offer. So I think Capricorn has gotten this before about giving without expectation. I think Virgo actually got that message as well. Giving without expectation. Learning to trust. Some sort of upheaval, though. There could be a spiritual upheaval where you're really questioning God or your spirit team around you. Why? Maybe you're curious about your spirit team and wanting to get in the know about them. Like it's coming back to you about reaching out to them, asking for help, asking for signs. Oh my god. Okay, the bear. You've definitely got the bear as a spirit animal on your totem right now. I don't know if you saw me shuffle those cards and saw them pop out, but you know. Alright, and we've got the fox. So we've got trickster over here. Oh my gosh, these cards are just on point. We've got trickster. That's what the fox is known as, okay? You're dealing with somebody and... Oh, shit. Okay, Capricorn. Yeah. If you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about when I say the mirror, right? Okay, I see why group Virgo is tying into you, Capricorn, is because they had a card here. Let me actually get it. They had a card here. It says the alchemist, and they've got all of this like essential oils, and these little bottles here that's on there is reminding me of these. So, and also the card does say witchy, so implementing your herbal things, your magic, how you deal with your herbal remedies and magic too, incorporating it into a situation, because medicine men, medicine woman, like back in the day, that's what they used. They used all elements and things from the earth, right? So there you go. Something about written in the stars. I'm gonna have to get a clarity card for that. Galactic star family. Star seed is coming to mind also, though, because we've got the stars and we've got the universe here, and then we've got anchor. So a sense of needing to really anchor down and get grounded. They said clarity card for this one and this one. Unfinished business came out again. You might not be completely done grounding yourself, Capricorn. The situation will change if you stop blaming and try to understand. Do good for the sake of doing good and don't expect. Oh. Well, that was just a message right here. Expecting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. Do good for the sake of doing good and don't expect. What about the stars? Success is assured. Avoid procrastination. Whatever you're wanting to do, it is written in the stars for you, okay? And maybe you're having a different view on your income, your money basis, your business, life in general. Anything else? Seashells are coming to mind. Yeah, it'll help. You're just wanting a sense of security, right? You're wanting to lock something down to help you with a sense of security, but there's something in the shadow work going around here. Okay. That's how we view money. 4, 5, 5, 4 was on the timer as I look over. But how we view money, right? Or how you view money. But you're going to have success. And we've got upheaval again. So could be an upheaval in the household, an upheaval. It's a tower moment. And it's only going to be made by the choices. So when this upheaval concurs, keep in mind that it's going to be due by the choices that people or situations were made around you. Oh, okay. No, they said when we have these emotional upheavals, though, that's on us to have that choice to let it affect us mentally or emotionally. There's another card here, though. Hold on. So this message, this was actually came out yesterday about like I'm the way I project myself and the way I communicate with others. But you know, if you're taking these words and you're taking it a certain way, that's not on me, on how I make you feel about situations or how these cards make you feel. That's not on me. That's on you, on how you perceive it, okay? Because I'm not coming from a place of malicious intent here. So that's, again, you know, maybe that's reviewing past instances and your thought processes on something. But taking the leap on this, you're going to have great achievement and success in it, okay? Prosperity lies ahead. There could be some good partnerships, too, coming towards you, Capricorn. Moving up. When the upheaval ensues, though, don't suppress it. The universe is working to where you're going to have a point where you won't be able to suppress it anymore. Because there's some sort of suppressed emotions that are needing to be dealt with and to be expressed and to be released also. Oh, okay. They want me to get this card right here. Retreat. Time for rest and renewal, Capricorn. I hope it helps, my loves. Until next time, dears, love and light.